the environment and in the world do we feel called to respond? And that's the second part of question 3. All right. I think so. These are the main ideas. And now I'm going to share this question about the Padlet. I think that in the chat you have a link that you could see, hopefully. And if you follow the link, you will reach this Padlet. Yes, the Padlet is really easy. Here you have the four questions on top, the title of each question. And then once you have shared, you just have to click on the plus button. And in the first part, the title, you write the name of your group, the number. For example, you say we are group 11. So you make group 11, and then you write your answer here. So it is good to write one idea in each post, right? Not put, for example, 4 ideas in the same post, because later on we will have to organize all this information. So if we have one idea for one post, that will be perfect. So if group 11 has another idea about the same question, just publishes another or posts another post, right? And then that's the task for the note taker, okay? And this is it. So that's time for that. So I'm not, maybe Miriam, would you like to add something else, or if there is any question? So just resuming, you first choose the facilitator and the note taker, and then you start doing those rounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the note taker types the essence in Padlet, right? And then, so Carmen, the groups are ready. Here you are now. Now you can see it.
And these are the questions, 4 questions for the round of groups.
It is good, the time you have.
You can take a photo.
The environment and in the world do we feel called to respond? And that's the second part of question 3. All right. I think so. These are the main ideas. And now I'm going to share this question about the Padlet. I think that in the chat you have a link that you could see, hopefully. And if you follow the link, you will reach this Padlet. Yes, the Padlet is really easy. Here you have the four questions on top, the title of each question. And then once you have shared, you just have to click on the plus button. And in the first part, the title, you write the name of your group, the number. For example, you say we are group 11. So you make group 11, and then you write your answer here. So it is good to write one idea in each post, right? Not put, for example, 4 ideas in the same post, because later on we will have to organize all this information. So if we have one idea for one post, that will be perfect. So if group 11 has another idea about the same question, just publishes another or posts another post, right? And then that's the task for the note taker, okay? And this is it. So that's time for that. So I'm not, maybe Miriam, would you like to add something else, or if there is any question? So just resuming, you first choose the facilitator and the note taker, and then you start doing those rounds, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the note taker types the essence in Padlet, right? And then, so Carmen, the groups are ready.
For the second question about what's the positive impact, so I really was astonished, because the list is really, really long. So what we have learned from reality, that one could tend to think that it is very, very negative, our world, but we could rescue and see, identify many positive things. Like, for example, we are more hopeful now. We are more open to learn. We developed other skills. We have been courageous, and a lot of creativity, the attitude of service, the capacity of discernment, accepting reality like it is, being generous, collaboration, journeying with lay people and religious and the sisters, being empathic, the joy, transformation of people, patient, more loving and patient endurance, the awareness of global situation, more committed and zeal. So there was lots of things that was unbelievable. And for the third question, what God's looking from God's eyes, yes, with God's eyes, what are our potentials? We said we're sensitive, especially regarding to the world of women. Yes, we live on service. We like journeying. We are compassionate. We promotion the dignity of people. We are our patient endurance, acceptance, capacity of learning, and of accompany people. And finally, the calls are mainly around three core questions. One is women in different situations, especially those who are abused, those who are voiceless, vulnerable, or women normally attached to families who are displaced. The second group is the young at risk, especially. And the third one is about ecological conversation, conversion, sorry, conversation, ecological conversion, and the calls of Laudato Si, and very concrete ideas and projects, no, that they shared. So that's it from our side. And if there is someone from the group that would like to highlight some other idea, they will be welcome.
Any other idea? Okay, then we're gonna ask Erlene to share.
Go, Erlene. Hintay ka niya, oh, Miriam.
Erlene, can you put your video?
I am on video, isn't it?
No, I don't see you.
How? Yeah, I don't see you. How can I? Okay, here. It says stop video.
Now, yeah.
My goodness gracious, it was unanimous, but I do not know what to say. For the first question, what makes it easier for us to hear clearly? I think more or less we were using the ears of our charism in hearing the realities of the poor, of the women, of the youth, which brings out from us the generosity, the innovation, the creativity to be responding to these realities, you know, in the different aspects of in the school, in the taller, in the street realities, in the pandemic. So those are the realities that we were called to respond. And to the impact of the reality, it brings out the collaboration among the different sectors where we are working with, and the realities of the women, which again, we become more creative in finding the solutions in this reality. For the third, because I didn't have the chance to look into. Sorry, because I was taken aback to say something on this. Here in the, it was a together response from the laity, from the LJ and the SSJ. in the desire to work together, to find projects together, and to improve as well the living of our own reality and spirituality as lay and as SSJ. For the fourth question, again, Miriam, please help me because I didn't have the chance to look into all the.
Okay, yes, we do it together. So for the fourth question, it was really about like expanding the dormitories to be able to help more youth, that, you know, to help and responding to the victims of calamities, to the young girls in danger, and how we see the society turning to materialism and individualism, the importance of Laudato Si, which was also shared in the group with PEP, about the climate change, about reducing waste and increasing recycling amounts, and the quality of self-giving and voluntarism, not only self-giving, but the quality of it, and to establish more networking with other NGOs in advocacies aligned with the calls of Laudato Si. So, and to make bold and prophetic stances in the face of injustice, violence, and corruption. So, thank you, Erlyn, for the effort. All of these ideas, we will be sharing them during the next weeks and the next months, in the sense that this will be the basis of what will be worked in different groups. Not only this, because tomorrow we will have other topics that probably will expand on this or will make it more concrete. And then on Saturday, we will create like sort of guidelines of topics to be worked in the next few weeks and few months until April. So I don't know if Pep and Lilian, you would like to share something as we close today's session?
Just a word of awareness of what we have just done, which is discovering. And when we look in our lives, in our hearts, so we discover lots of treasures. And you have access to all the contributions in Padlet. So you have the link, you can go to it whenever you want, and you can have a read. And maybe it's a time to be really joyful, because all the richness we have, and the invitation to treasure all these in your lives.
I have witnessed the enthusiasm and the interest of everyone, you know, in responding to the questions and sharing, you know. And I was also very impressed by the output of the different groups, you know, and it's a confirmation that whenever we put together our ideas, our experiences together, well, something beautiful comes out of it, you know, and greater than what each one has contributed.
Yes, thank you. And actually today, in a few hours, we are going to meet with 180 more or less of the sisters and lay people and volunteers of Spanish speaking countries and also French. And so tomorrow we will be able to share with you how the conversations were with them, so that we are sort of at the same time, the same day. Actually, for you, you will be probably sleeping when we are with the people from Latin America. And then tomorrow in our morning and your evening, we will continue and we will share with you also how was it today with the congregation in other parts of the world. I would like to remind you that tomorrow is especially important that you print the pages of the dossier. We're going to use page 4, page 5, because we will do a visualization, and it's important that you have those questions on paper so that you can write on it. And so I know some of you were connecting on the phone. And anyway, with whatever device you connect, this is why I think that, you know, to have a piece of paper, and then to be able to write on it, because tomorrow it will be very inspirational. And we are going to invoke really again the presence of God and of the Holy Spirit, so that it really inspires us to dream for the next few years. What is it that we want to see happening? And so maybe as we end today, if anyone is inspired to share, how was your conversation? How did you feel about talking about all these questions? We have a few minutes before we close, if anyone wants to share.
Judy.
You can all put your videos and your microphones, and we have a 5-minute celebration as we end this meeting today.
Hi.
Anyone wants to share? Yoli, hello, Yoli. How was it for you?
I'm good. Thank you. Good afternoon. Yes, it's a very good experience of listening from a different perspective, no, and see the goodness of each one from the reality, no, and how I like the exercise we're in. You know, we use the eyes of God. No, we visualize how God sees the world and how God is responding, how God is calling us to respond to the reality. So thank you so much for this experience, and it's very rich really to listen from everyone. So there's really hope for the charism to expand and to really grow. Thank you.
Great. And Sister Marcy, what do you bring today to all of us?
It was also a very great experience for me to see the vitality of the province, not only of the sisters, but our collaborators, our lay partners, the lay Josephines. And the atmosphere is so engaging, so positive, that we were able to discover what are within each one of us, and putting them together, that was done in the latter part, is very positive and very optimistic for the whole congregation. Thank you.
Great. So, and some of you were in groups in the same room, so maybe you can share with us how was it to see or you know, to be together and
Hi.
how was it?
Hello, this is from Papua New Guinea.
Oh, Papua New Guinea, yeah.
Belinda. It was very inspiring for me as a young person, and coming from a society where we women really don't know their value and their rights. And I feel to be very fortunate to be part of this this formation or event summit. Thanks to Sister Yoli for including me. It was very rich, and I feel like the more we bring the activities that we do, and as the activities and especially with the experiences of helping others. I feel there's a need for all women, especially in my place here in PNG, to teach them more about their values and rights. And this summit has really helped me to realize that the work and others, we can really relate to how to help others and those who are in need. So thank you very much for the opportunity for
Thank
having
you,
me,
thank you.
including us. Thank
And
you.
then we have a group, Sister Jeneline. There are a few of you there. Are you hearing? Hello, hello. Yes. How was it for you?
We are very grateful because this is an opportunity for our lay collaborators to take part in this summit. And this is a privileged moment for them to discover and their capacities to share and culture and even their own reality. So thank you for this beautiful experience, and we pray that we will continue to grow during this 3-day summit. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Great. We have no more minutes, but maybe 1 or 2 more minutes for the group of Belinda and the group of Ping to hear them for a minute.
Okay, 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay. 1 minute, yes.
For our group, it was interesting because working with the collaborators, the young girls here, the experiences, their way of collaborating with us, sharing ideas together, it was rich, especially for me coming to this new community. Yeah, it helped me a lot. And their sharing is rich, their experiences. They were able to invite some of our charism. And now that during this time where we had skills training, usually they are the ones, we include them in the formation as speakers. So they are the ones sharing our charism and our experiences. Thank you.
Fantastic. So 1 more minute for the group in Ping. And then I don't know, Carmen, Lillian, if you want to take a photo of everyone. So 1 minute for the group in Ping. You want to share something? Hello, hello, no one is sharing? You have to put the microphone on. Yeah, you have to put the microphone on.
Don't be shy.
Hi, sister. Good afternoon. I am very grateful that I am one of those who witnessed this kind of experience. I'm happy to hear some sharing and hope this will the beginning of my learnings to share also to others, especially my experience. And thank you, sisters.
Thank you, everyone. And if you have just 1 more minute, and I don't know if Carmen is still with us, if she's gonna take photos. If you cannot put your video on for a photo, Carmen?